we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we could zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump, don't be scared. Jump and your cares will soar away. And if those dark clouds start to swirl, don't fear, don't shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl.
Hey guys, it's Tanman here from the Illumination Studios. If you don't know, Illumination is making a Mario movie. Yes, a couple of months ago, Illumination Studios, the minds behind Secret Life of Pets and the Despicable Me franchise, announced they're going to be making an animated Mario movie. Now, this announcement didn't really sit well with people. A lot of people didn't like Minions, but I really enjoyed the first Despicable Me. I thought it was funny and had a good message, so there's a chance that the Mario animated movie could be good, and it's animated, so hey, that's a step in the right direction. And today I'm going to talk about some other things, such as the story, the casting, and things I want that could make the Mario movie really great. Mario movie is just kind of win people at the start, and I think you do that by having Charles Martinet voice all the characters he does. First of all, he still has it in him. He's a great voice actor, and I think he could do really well in the movie. He's just a really nice guy. I mean, if you follow him on social media, he's very nice. He's kind of a fan's fan, kind of like how Mark Hamill is with Star Wars. He loves interacting with the fans, and I think Charles Martinet could do really well in the film. I do think Mario talks in the film, but not too much. And look at the beginning of Wall-E. There wasn't that much talking, and the people there at Pixar used movements and music. I hope that people at Illumination know that there's more than one way to tell a story than talking. There's other ways to express how people are feeling with face expressions. And Mario and all his characters are very expressive, in the game. So I think they could do something with that. Now let's talk about Bowser. I think Bowser could be played by Idris Elba. Now if you don't know who that is, that's okay. He actually voiced Shao Kahn in the most recent Jungle Book live-action remake, and I loved his performance in that. I thought he was really menacing and scary. And I want Bowser to be that. I think Bowser should feel like a villain. In the Mario games, he really doesn't. Yeah, he's goofy, but in the villains, he should seem like a real menace. Okay, so for Princess Peach, one person I've seen being tossed around to play is Amy Adams. Amy Adams is Lois Lane in the DCU. She also played that princess in the Disney Enchanted movie, and I liked her. I think she could do a really good Peach. I mean, I think the person who does Peach in the video games is fine, but I think Amy Adams to do a really good Peach, because I think there should be a lot of dialogue between Bowser and Peach. So let's talk about some of the other characters. Now, animated movies like to have, famous voice actors to voice, this person, say, starring this. And I think you could do that with the Koopalings and the Toads and the side characters. I think the Koopalings should appear in the movie, not too much, so just kind of like in a couple of scenes. You can have some fun voice characters, maybe Dwayne The Rock Johnson as like Roy, imagine that, or something like that. I do think, Koopalings and Bowser, you could get people for that. And the Toads, maybe the Toads are in there in the beginning, at the movie, in the end, you can have some voice actors and, some celebrity voice cameos. I was even thinking you could do Michael Caine, who voiced Alfred in the Batman Christopher Nolan trilogy, could do Toadsworth. I know, I don't know, it's just a cool idea. So I think that's how you can do the celebrity voice actors, is having them as side characters say they're in the movie, but not too much that doesn't distract from the main cast. Okay, now let's talk about the plot. Now, I think there's a couple ways they could do this. First of all, you could do the traditional Mario plot. Bowser kidnaps Peach and Mario has to go on the hero's journey. Now, if you don't know what the hero's journey is, it's basically kind of this thing in films. Story tells following. Some examples are Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 4: New Hope, or Simba in The Lion King. And I think Mario could do that. In a way, the Mario story is very similar to Star Wars. Not with the themes and stuff, but the plot. Save the princess from the bad guy. And I think the Mario movie could be very similar to Star Wars. He meets, maybe he starts out him and Luigi, and then maybe he meets Yoshi, Wario, Luigi. One thing I forgot to mention is I don't think Yoshi should speak. Just do Yoshi, and you have comedic banter with that. kind of like how Rocket and or how Goose says I am Groot. And I think this movie should be funny, so maybe we can do some stuff with that. I think that could be really cool. So do a more traditional route. Or you could do something different. I think you can make the plot a bit epic. Look at the Galaxy games. It's a huge scale Odyssey. They put a twist on that, and I think you could do something with a good plot of Sunshine. I think there's a lot to do with that. One idea is think you could do is the Lego Batman movie, where you have there's kind of jokes about Batman Joker's kind of relationship as hero and villain. You do have Mario and Bowser, and at the end how Joker releases all like the Warner Brothers villains. Bowser, you could have all like release Nintendo villains, and like have Meta Knight, Mewtwo, Ganondorf, King Dedede. That might be too far out there, but imagine that happened. That'd be really cool, and that can open up the gate for other Nintendo movies if this one does really well. Now, one thing I don't want from the story is I don't want Mario going to the human world. I don't want humans going to the Mario world. I think they should stay separate, and I also want them to explore the Mario universe. I mean, there's a lot of cool areas that have been in the games. The Fino Island, the different galaxies, the different kingdoms in Odyssey. Whatever the story is, traditional or something on a more epic scale, I think they should explore the Mario universe. Take advantage of what you have. About some things I want, that is the pacing. In order to make this movie work, I think it has to kind of feel like you're playing the Mario video game. How do you do that? Well, yeah, you have the characters, you have the areas, maybe include some palace, but the pacing, have it be fast-paced. Look at movies like the Lego movie. The Lego movie is a very fast-paced movie. Yeah, there are slower times, but the action is very fun to watch. It's very visual pleasing. I think that's what the Mario movie has to be. I don't want what they do in new Super Mario Bros. Movies, where it's just a plain old desert, plain old ice, plain old jungle. I want all these looking great. I mean, it could look awesome. I mean, look at something like Coco. Yes, I know Coco is Pixar, but that looks fantastic. Or look at Illumination. It is first Despicable Me has a lot of creative ideas with the way like Goose's house is shaped and stuff. I mean, that's a fun looking film. I think they could do it with the months. I think the pace. Another thing I think is the comedy. I think this could actually really work. Kind of like the Lego Batman movie, Mario has a huge history, and I think there's a lot of things you could poke fun of. Mario games that work, Mario games that didn't, stuff like that. And like I said before, use the universe. Maybe have the other villains cameo. Maybe Wart has a cameo, Fawful, or something like that. I don't think they should be major villains, but something like that just to reference the huge world Mario takes place in. Yeah, guys, that's it. I think this movie could be really good. I mean, if they have good voice casting, have an excellent pace, feels like you're having fun in the games, and explore the universe, have a really good story, I think they could have a great movie, and I hope it turns out well. And I hope you guys also enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. There's a lot of ideas for this. This is just kind of mine here. This was a really fun video to make as I love movies and Mario. It's just really cool to do. So this is Tanman from the Gaming Odyssey. I'll see you guys next time.